Good morning, Litecoin people. Here now, the fraud. News. Okay, it's 6:49 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Wednesday, August 14, 2019. This video is for Brutus from the dispute teams of Coinbase, which I finally got somebody that works near the legal department. He is not a lawyer, and I'm now going to post my reply, and this video will be my reply, and I want everybody to see the letter. You can see it there. Okay. Now, you guys who are watching my channel, you can see the letter. We're going to see what Coinbase's reply is. I sent 3 certified letters to the legal department to ask for arbitration upon uncovering this crime, blatant crime, and they want to arbitrate, and they want my investment back, plus they want some form of restitution. Your market maker is rigging the market in order to get a higher spread for a longer amount of time, and he's robbing anybody that's going long or short. I have the proof, and I'm now going to show you how I proved it. Also, I'd like to say here is this guy here who's shilling Litecoin. Crypto Capital Venture has replied to me, and I told him stop shilling Litecoin. He's a volunteer on the Litecoin Foundation because he has a vested interest, and he's trying to bring more people into this market to get into Litecoin when the market of Litecoin is obviously rigged. And he's not telling his investors he's part of the Litecoin Foundation, whether he's a volunteer or paid or not. He has a vested interest as he holds positions in Bitcoin and Litecoin. All right, this guy is just as guilty as anybody else here, frauding people. So he's gonna be the first one on the list because he's on the Litecoin Foundation, and he's shilling this coin. His latest video is that it's going up to 200 by the end of the year. Okay, so you can see how he's misleading people. And I gave him this information. Why are you still hawking this coin? And then I find out he's a volunteer. Well, whether he's a volunteer or gets paid or not, he's on listed on the Litecoin Foundation. Period. It's a conflict of interest. Okay. Now back to Brutus. As you can see the letter here, I'm going to answer Brutus. Okay, now Mr. Brutus, my name is John, and I told you I found 2 trades in here that are kettle trading the price of Litecoin, leading it by the nose. Okay, I'll show you the trades. 1767.15, 1767.15. There's a little something mixed in. Now you claim, or Coinbase claims, that these trades, let me make the size a little bigger. There. You claim, or at least you're part of the investigation staff. You guys claim, your staff in your particular area claims he's posting the trades 44 cents in equidistance, and then it's indeed a noted market maker. Okay, this is the letter from the New York Department of Financial Investigations, issued on a complaint that I issued to them about Coinbase and its manipulation. I did not know it was the market maker until you guys told me. All right. Now we're gonna go in and check this first. What's actually happened? This is your virtual reality, that you guys made up, and I can prove that because in the real market, it's very easy to using simple basic math. Now I just pointed out the 2 trades, the 1767 and the 1767. You guys state that he's always equidistant from the mid-market price. That's on your statement. Now let's get the calculator, Bruce. This is simple math. No need to get upset. I'm just upset that you guys could be so absurd not to see this and then deny it. And basically, oh, let me clear that. Right? Minus the mid-market price gives you the distance away. Mr. Brutus, that is not 40 to 44 cents. What's it say on your statement? 40 to 40 cents typically, which means more than typically is a synonym for common. Every day since I've been doing this for about a year, I haven't seen 40 to 44 cents or even close to 40. The lowest it's been is 59 cents. Let's go to the other side now to see if it's equidistance. $82.64. 61 cents. So it appears now that it's gonna drive the price up. The market makers are preparing to drive the price up. Okay? That's how I know. I can come in this book every morning and open it up, and based on those two trades, which are never equidistant, use it to judge which way the market goes. Okay, you see that? Now watch this, Brutus. I want you to see this. This is simple math. If you need help with this, I can get my friend. She's a kindergarten teacher. Right? And you simply divide it by 2. We're less than 1% away from the mid-market price. Now, if you sit here, if you really want to be a stickler, you could sit here and watch that price. It'll go down, but eventually it'll go up to that 83.38. If they don't move the walls, it'll stabilize to that price. I have plenty of videos there. Now, I presented this to the CFTC, to their top lawyer and 4 of her subordinates. And I taught them online how to spot manipulation trades. And all of those lawyers, Yale and Harvard graduates, 100% agree that these formulas work. All right? So let's understand that. The CFT agrees with me that they work. The New York State Attorney General has sent me to a professor at Fordham University because they agree with me they work. But they want to carry this further with Professor Red Vanny at Fordham University. You could check them. I've been in contact with them. Okay? My formulas are 100% correct. You guys, your market makers, manipulating the books after I showed them the legal documents and such. Okay? I went to Linda Grant. They needed some help on the BCH. I actually sourced all that information over the negligence of the laws. Got other YouTubers to send me videos of the launch, which they covered. They gave me the videos. I forwarded them to Linda Grant, reviewed them, told her what to look for, and now you tried to compel arbitration for that case in California, and what happened? The judge said, no, you're going to trial. Now this one I have substantially more evidence, but the reason why I rather arbitrate than go to court or trial, even though it'd probably be more profitable to me. Why should I give a lawyer who's done no work and I've done all the footwork 35%? Even though she's a nice person, I don't see why I would have to bring in a third party, since you guys obviously offer arbitration to your customer, which doesn't have to be in a court of law. It could be done in a Starbucks if you just have a lawyer present with documents. Okay? And maybe a lawyer and somebody to take note, write up the contract, write up the agreement, I sign and I go away. Now I asked for arbitration 3 times. The 3rd time I sent it out as I was instructed by your firm. I have a copy of the letter, the delivery certificate. I keep records on everything. You got to remember, I did investigations. I actually worked for a bank. Okay, I thought it was safe to come into this market because you strictly prohibited manipulation. It was in your user agreement, which I also have a copy of. I have given that to the lawyer Linda Grant. It states nothing. This is either negligence or it's out. To me, it's outright criminality. Oh, and another thing in my reply, just be aware it's not just those other agencies. I also went to the DOJ and presented this to them. I brought it to the antitrust people, and they told me, oh no, after it's reviewed, you have valid evidence here. This goes to the DOJ criminal division. They're calling this outright criminal fraud. So the investigation started. Now the IRS has been contacted. They called me. They sent me a letter, which I can give you a copy of, and they want to know why you guys reported. I'll tell you why they're concerned. 40 to 44 cents was the spread. So that means he's making, anywhere from 40 cents to 88 cents a coin and somewhere in between. But yet, I can come in here and get the spread of this, right? This is very easy. The spread of this, you add these two together. Let's clear it. Oh, I did it wrong. My bad, I didn't have coffee yet. That's $1.44. He can make anything from 61 cents to $1.44, not 40 cents to 88 cents. So now the IRS is concerned if your market maker is actually paying what he said he earned, taxes on what he earned. If he lied about the spread to this agency, the IRS has got a concern now that that he lied to them on their taxes. So now they're launching an investigation. So after 2 years of trying to get through to you and finally getting some kind of response, even though you're not a lawyer, which I was informed by Linda Grant, who told me not to get too excited. This, to me, this just looks like another stall tactic. All right. Now this is all going up on my YouTube channel, and meanwhile, what's happening on your as you do your investigation, right, and stalled it for over 2 years, your market maker continues to devalue the assets that I hold. And then you wonder why I'm getting mad over your inaction or inability or unwillingness to do anything about this, why I have clear proof. I have even went as far as trying to contact your head of global investigations. Don't ask how I got his email, but I'm good at what I do. And I tried to send it to him because he's the direct link to the agencies out there. And believe me, they're coming. Now, I don't want to have to be forced to be an expert when, me being an expert witness with all the proof I have, I'm 110%, I'm not being arrogant, but I'm 110% that this is going to fall in my favor. But, and it's going to cost, and in the long run, it's going to cost you more. I'm not, and in the long run, I would make more than I would ask for arbitration, but I'm not concerned about that. Sorry about the camera stutter. But if a lot of people are blissfully unaware about the information I'm giving them, well, that lies on them. They're going to have to defend themselves. I can adequately defend myself where I don't need a lawyer. What I need to go is to arbitration. Now, I just showed you the calculations that prove the statement that you issued to the New York Department of Financial Services, which holds your bit license, is false. And then the best part of it is just our investigators has spent considerable time observing the alleged and concluded that this act is not predatory or manipulative or blah 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 manipulative technique employed by the customer. It's the morning, so my tongue is not up to speed. I'll read it again. Our investigators have spent considerable time observing the alleged activity and have concluded that this activity is not a predatory or manipulative technology employed by the customer. It is. It obviously is if it doesn't fall into the terms of being non-interfering by being equidistant and posted the same amount away from mid-market price. And these aren't small numbers. They're 25, some cases 30 cents away from each other, equidistance. That shows he's manipulating the market. There's no clearer proof than that. You say it right in your text, in this fictitious statement that you issued to the New York Department of Financial Services. You guys, that's criminal when an agency makes an inquiry, a government entity, even though it's a state, and they make an inquiry, and you guys basically lie to them on a legal document. So what I want, this is what I'm asking in front of the whole world, because I want this case closed. I want to be arbitrated with, right? I want some kind of restitution. What if the outcome of that? If you sign that, if part of the agreement is not to speak about this anymore and take down my YouTube channel, we can come to some kind of arrangement. And as far as anybody else is concerned, I shared this information with you, and if you choose not to do anything about it, that is their problem. Okay, I'm asking Coinbase to settle with me and one of my clients. Actually, it was one of my clients who worked at J.P. Morgan, and he also worked with me at Citibank, and I worked at J.P. Morgan. He's the one who spotted this, and he asked me to investigate it so I would have an unbiased view, because I actually did make some money, which I reported it to the IRS, okay? And that's how I got to talking to the IRS. They started asking me questions as one of their top Coinbase investors. I'm one of the top 10,000. I received a letter. I called up the IRS, explained to them I've done my taxes. Here they are. This is what I did. They said, you're 100% correct, Mr. Russo. You reported your taxes correctly. But we don't understand. I mean, we can ask you some questions. And they started asking me some questions. I told them about all of this nonsense that's going on. They told me they'd like to keep abreast of what's going on. And then they actually opened up a case, a 211 form, and sent it to me. Because now I'm part of the investigation. They're going to investigate your market maker for tax fraud, since he replied to the New York Department of Financial Services, understating his spread that he's making for each coin. Now the IRS fails since he's done that. Maybe he hasn't paid the full taxes on what he actually owned, or made. So again, you can see that we'll do it again if you don't have a clear understanding. This is simple math, and this is a case of simple math and reading comprehension. So maybe you'll learn something about this. So let's clear it. We know this is the market maker's trade. I showed you that. Where is it at? Oh, be aware that your market maker is also using the secondary trade now. He stacked it with his first trade, and he's using that to push the price down also. So now we got 84.13. He changed his method a little, but he's still illegal, right? Minus the mid-market price. That's $1.10. That's not 40 to 44 cents. Now we take the mid-market price before it changes. It's right here, 82.39. It's got something mixed in it. Now it's even gotten worse. You see, look, that's not equidistant. As a matter of fact, the difference between them is almost what you're saying he's supposed to be posting from the mid-market price. Now, if you want to see the spread now, $1.74. And then you wonder why the IRS is involved now? So Brutus, review this, look at it, it's being sent to you. I'm making sure everybody sees it that I'm sending this to you. Alright, so now we're gonna work through this and post it. And it's getting sent out to you today. And of course I'll have a receipt, the link, everybody will see this. We're gonna watch what Coinbase does. The whole world, all my subscribers, I'm getting, on my last video that I posted about a week ago, I got about approaching 300 views. Okay? The next video after that with a BCH legal documents is over 100 views. Okay? People are watching. Okay? And also the CFTC, the New York State Attorney General, well, all the agencies are now watching this channel to see your reactions. Just be aware of that also, Bruce. Okay? Over and out all. I hope this works out for all of us.